Welcome back to another JK movement class. So today's class we're working on the spine. We're working primarily on the T-spine, a bit of extension and flexion as well. I've got quite the arsenal today. As you can see, I've got yoga blocks. I've got 4 yoga blocks. I've got a foam roller, a stick, a resistance band, and I'm using a kettlebell as an anchor point. So something to anchor it on, where you're going to be holding something behind you where it's not going to move, whether that's a table leg, a chair leg, probably not a chair leg actually, a couch leg, or a kettlebell works pretty well also. So let's get started. We'll start with spine cars, we'll do spinal segmentation and hip cars, and then we'll get started with spinal extension work. Just pop this to the side. Let's get started. Let's give ourselves a nice big old hug. Take a breath in. Create that bit of tension within your body. Give yourself a nice old hug. Start rounding the spine forward. And you can't round anymore. Twist to the left. Find as much twist to the left as you can. Side bend. Lift the right side up. Extend. Find extension through the lower back, mid back, upper back as you come over towards the other side. Rounding the spine forward and continue same direction. Left. Rotate. Side bend. Extend. Over to the other side. Round the spine forward, get back to that rounded position, and let's reverse, twist to the right in that roundness, side bend, extend, extend, extend. As you're working within your pain-free areas, always come back to that center position, twist again, side bend, extend, 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 over to the other side, and round forward. Let's go spinal segmentation next. For this one, let's grab the foam roller here. So we'll come to this tabletop position, have the foam roller just sort of flat on its tall sort of setting there, and scoot your bum back so your knees are sort of roughly in line with the foam roller, and your butt's sort of just touching that foam roller as well there. So what this is doing here is trying to keep us in that position where we're not moving the hips around, and that little bit of feedback there of the foam roller is going to keep us in that position, all right? So from there, let's start an extension. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky, reach the chest forward. You can even hug the foam roller with your legs if that works for you as well. Give it a little squeeze. Find that contact point. And then from there, nice and slowly start tucking from the pelvis and rounding through the spine. Trying to keep that foam roller nice and flat on the ground. So basically just trying to make the movement from the spine. We're not trying not to allow the hips to move away from being stacked on top of the knees here. Find that roundness and reverse. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky. I'm squeezing into that foam roller and coming back nice and slowly to that extended position. So you get a little bit of movement through the foam roller here. I can see mine's moving just a little bit. I'm trying my best to keep the hips stacked. Let's do one more in each direction. Find that tucking with the pelvis, nice and slow rounding. Keep the chin lifting up until you feel it move its way up towards your cervical spine, towards your neck. And you tuck that chin in. Find that roundness again. We'll go one more back into extension. Tailbone up. Slowly trying to extend through the spine. I'm trying to move piece by piece. All right, and release. Let's come to lie down on our right side. I'm just going to use the foam roller as a pillow today. You can use a block if that's more comfortable for you. So lying down right side, we're not doing, this is really the only thing that we're doing for hips today, so let's make these a little bit high tension. Bottom arm in a fist, top arm can grab on. Take a breath in. Create that tension, keep the chest facing straight forward here. Draw the left knee into chest. You know the drill, hip cars, just a little bit higher tension though. Find internal rotation, kick back. Stack those knees, extend behind you, go wide, then find that external rotation as you come knee back in towards that shoulder, armpit area. Back down, let's go one more. And creating a good amount of internal tension within the body here. Remember, this is the only thing we're doing for hips today, so let's really get a good amount of tension here. And back down, switch sides. All right, let's go 2 on this side as well. You know the drill. When you're ready, right knee in, 2 hip cars on this side. Pretty good amount of tension here with that upper body, squeezing those arms together, a bit of push-pull with the upper body. One more time. And back down. Alrighty, so we're going to start with extension work. For our isometrics today, we're going to use the foam roller. Let me just move some of this stuff out of the way. All right, so we're going to come down. We're going to do 3 rounds of isometrics using the foam roller for extension. The first one we're going to set up here. So you come to lie down on the foam roller and have it sort of right around just below your sternum. So sort of on the rib cage here, just below the sternum. And you can bring the elbows in here. You can clasp the fingers, the hands together for some tension. You can grip tennis balls if you like. You can grip, let's actually try it with the yoga block. We can actually hold the yoga block here and press into that yoga block for some additional tension. All right, so we're in this extended position. We'll hang out here, a nice slow breath. So we're hanging out here breathing. I'll just go over our cues for our isometrics, for our paddles and rails today. So the first one, we're in extension. So the opposite, we want to try and round in first. So holding here, we're not really doing anything with the neck. We're going to focus on the T-spine here. We're going to try and round the spine. So rounding, 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 rounding. We're kind of blocked in this position there. So we round, build up. Today we'll go to about 70%. If that intensity is too high for you, just work within your range, whether that's 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever it might be. Build up to that, we'll hold that for 30 seconds. And the opposite would be trying to extend, reach the chest forward and away from the foam roller, okay? So first action, rounding the spine, which is this action, rounding the spine. And second action, we're trying to extend. So think about like that spinal segmentation that we just did, but higher intensity, of course. All right. We'll hang out here another 30, 40 seconds or so. Nice slow breath. I think this setup with the block will work pretty well. Squeezing, just gripping the block, pressing into it at the same time. You can also drive your elbows into the foam roller here as well. So any kind of strategy really works for creating more tension. And so I always give you those options as well. Like what I do, this is just a setup that I like for creating tension, but you can really find whatever setup works for you. Like if you like blocks in between the legs, squeeze the block in between your legs. Anything you really do create tension. Tennis balls are always a great option, something to squeeze into. I really just give you sort of the one option here, but you can get creative at home. Alrighty, let's take a breath in. Start creating that bit of tension through your body. So let's squeeze the block here, squeeze your legs, press your elbows into that foam roller. And with a light intensity first, start trying to round through the spine. From that 20%-ish intensity, let's find 40%. Find 60. Find what feels like 70% to you and hold, trying to round, round, round. Almost like the spine's trying to get away from the foam roller. Keep it going. Don't lose tension within the rest of the body. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 70%. Try to extend. Think about reaching the chest forward and up with the chest. Try and keep the neck fairly relaxed here. Keep reaching the chest forward, 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 forward. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice. So what we'll do next, I can pop this to the side. We'll still be in the same position here. Now we'll have the palms flat down on the ground here. We're going to use the hands for a little bit of assistance. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the hands here. I'll just show you the setup here. And we're going to, elbows here. We use the hands and elbows to help me pull forward, but I'm mainly using it from the spine. I'm rolling the spine forward and up, 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 up. I can get more extension here. I get to my max extension. Just relax and come back down. All right. So we'll do five reps of these, and use the hands for a little bit of assistance here, pressing them down, pulling the spine forward. Alrighty. Let's take a breath in. Bit of tension through the body, and then start with the point of the spine that's contacting the foam roller. Extend forward and up. Extending, extending, extending. As much lift as you can, reaching forward and up with the chest. You can get a little lift with the neck here. Hold at the top and just relax and come back down. That's the one. We'll do 4 more. Extend. Think about rolling forward and up. Hold at the top and back down. Let's do 3 more. Try to make it like you're doing that spinal segmentation we did earlier. Much more challenging position. 2 more times. Let's go. One more. Extend, extend, extend. Rolling forward and up. And back down. Alrighty, next up we'll grab the blocks. We'll come back to this in a moment. We'll grab the blocks for now. We'll set up in that same sort of sphinx position. We'll have the blocks a bit wider, obviously depending on your diameters with your own body, but I like them wide, sort of just outside of the mat here. And I'll bring my forearms onto the blocks. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to press myself up. So I'm really pressing myself up to sort of my max extended position. Of course, don't go to your painful areas. From there, I'm going to contract. I'm going to try and hold in that position. And then from there, I'm going to try and lift my arms off the blocks. It's not going to happen. Trying to lift up off the blocks as I come down towards the ground. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And come back down. So it's like an eccentric towards the bottom there. So I'll just show you from like this position here. So I'm here on the blocks here. I'm extending up as much as I can. I'm trying to hold that extension, trying to lift the arms up, but then I'm allowing myself to fall down towards the ground, but I'm still trying to extend up towards the sky as I come down. And the arms are sort of trying to lift off, and that's making it a little bit harder for me as I come down towards the ground. We'll go 5 reps of these as well. All right, so press the forearms down. Get yourself to that extended position. You press them down and a little bit pull back towards you. So pressing down and pulling back towards you. From there, keep trying to really extend through the spine, trying to lift the arms off the blocks. You slowly come down towards the ground. I'm still trying to extend, extend, extend all the way down. Even to the bottom, I'm still trying to extend. And press back up. Extend, find that extension, press the forearm down and back, and then try and lift the arms off the ground, off the blocks as you come down towards the mat. Back down. 3 more. Press down, drag back, hold, try and lift the arms off. Slowly lowering. 2 more times. Back to that extended position, down, press down and back, contract, try and hold, lift the arms off. And down to the ground. 1 more time. And back down. So what is it? It's really the lift of the arms, or trying to anyway, which makes it much harder as you start to descend down towards the ground. Don't worry, we got 2 more sets of those anyway, so 1 more set anyway. All right, let's, what have we got next? Spine cards, no. We're gonna get back onto the foam roller. and we'll repeat this one again. So we'll do 2 more rounds of this one here. We'll do these back to back, and then we'll go another set of those 2 that we just did. So come back onto that foam roller. So last time we had it sort of just below sternum. This time I want you to roll back a little bit and have it sort of right around your sternum. So we'll try and hit a little bit higher up on the spine this time. So again, grip the block if you like. Have one between your legs if you like that setup. We don't need to hold for our stretch this time. All right, so I'm gripping into that block. Take a breath in. Create tension within your body and then start trying to round through the spine. So we're rounding to a little bit higher up on the spine now. You're at 20%. Build up. Let's find 40, 60. Find that 70% and hold. Feel that point of your spine and trying to round. Focus in there. Drive force into that area. 10 more seconds and then we'll switch. We'll reverse directions and we'll try to extend away. 3, 2, 1, reverse. Find 70%, try to extend away from the foam roller here. Reaching chest forward. Three, 2, and 1. Relax. All right. So come back. We're still on the foam roller here. We'll stay in that same position, and we'll do those sort of rolling forward and up, and using the hands on the ground here for a little bit of support to help pull us forward. Let's actually take the elbows for this one. So they can actually use a little bit more support here with the elbows. Let's take them outside of the foam roller. And for this one, we'll actually... Nah, that's not going to work. Never mind. We'll go back to where we were. It was the foam roller. It's going to slide away from us. All right, we'll do the same thing, 5 reps. Let's take a breath in. And brace. And from there, extending forward and up. Use the hands for a little bit of support. Pull you forward. And back down. That's 1. Get back to that rounded position. Again, extend. Think about rolling that spine forward and up. Let's go 3 more. You can start from that point that's contacting or just above the bolster. I keep saying bolster. I'm used to that yoga term, foam roller. Let's go 2 more reps. Go to that rounded position first, and then extend. One more rep. Let's go. Extend away. And relax, come back down. Okay, back to the blocks. So 2 blocks on either side. If 2 blocks is too much for you, you can do 1 block on either side. I like 2 blocks on my particular spine. And this is the one we're going to be here. I'm pressing down, trying to extend away, and try and lift the arms off as we start to descend towards the ground. 5 reps again. I did say we're going to do 2 rounds of these, but we'll end up doing 3 rounds because I want to do 1 more round of the isometrics as well. All right. So forearms down on the ground, on the block, sorry. Press them down, drag them back towards you. Find that extended position of the spine. Contract and try and lift the arms off the ground as you come down. Still trying to extend the whole time. And when you come down to the ground, come back up. That's 1. Contract, try to extend the spine forward and up. Try and lift those arms off. Let's go, keep it going. Make sure you're trying to lift those arms off in this extended position, but you're trying to hold. 2 more reps. One more time. Of course, if it's too much for you and you're fully extended position, just start a little bit lower. One more time. And all the way down. All right. Let's do that all one more time. And we'll start now with a bolster, the foam roller. I'm going to take that word out of my vocab. All right, so first set was below sternum. Second set was on the sternum. Third set here. Let's take it a little bit higher up, sort of like mid-chest area there. I'm going to grab that block again. For this one here, it's kind of hard to get the elbows. You're not really going to get the elbows touching the bolster here, so they can just flare out to the side a little bit. I'm still going to be gripping in there. So the same action is actually going to be the same. I'm trying to round my spine. We're up a little bit higher now, and then we try to extend forward. Okay, make sure that foam roller stays in place. Let's take a breath in. And brace, create tension here, and start trying to round, 20% rounding through that upper back. From there, find 40. Trying to round away from the foam roller. 60. Find what feels like 70 and hold. And 30 seconds. 10 more seconds. Pressing into the block. 2, 1, reverse. Try to extend. I can bring my hands in to hold the bolster, hold the foam roller in place. Try to extend now away. Think about reaching that chest forward away to the front of the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right. We're in this position here. So stay in that same position you're in now. You can bring the elbows in to kind of clutch onto the foam roller, and all this one we're going to be doing is extending and coming back down. So it's just exactly the same we just did, but we're now just extending from more just for the upper spine here. So really, we're trying to extend from that point that's contacting the foam roller and above. 5 reps again. So just start with your chin tucked in, and that point that's contacting, extend forward and up, hold the foam roller in place. Trying to get the shoulder blades out of the ears, and then come back down. You won't get a whole lot of extension here, and that's okay. Extend. Back down, that's 2. 3 more. Back down, last 2. Again, think about that rolling forward and up, keeping that foam roller in place. One more time. And release. Alrighty. I think we're done with the foam roller for today. Let's grab those blocks again. We'll go 2 on either side. And we'll do one more set of those, sort of like eccentrics, I guess. It's kind of hard, these exercises don't really have names. They're all just made up exercises. So let's just call them spinal extension eccentrics for today. All right, so press those forearms down, drag forward, contract, try and lift the arms off the mat as you come down towards the ground, still trying to extend the whole time. And come all the way down and press back up. Contract, extend forward and up, try and lift the arms off. And back down. Let's go 3 more. Two more times. Press down, extend, try and lift those arms off. Last 2. One more time. All the way down. All right. So next up, let's grab the resistance band. I can move this to the side. All right, so for this next one here, we're going to grab the band here. I'll probably do this from a tall kneeling setting. That's going to work. So depending on what where you're at right now, I'm going to do it with sitting on both sides of the band here, so that when I loop up, both sides are restricted here. If that's too much for you, then just go one side of the band and do the same thing. It's probably going to be too easy that way though. All right, and if this is too much for you with the band at all, just do your regular spine cars. So I'm going to take my knees on top of the band here. I'm going to loop this underneath my left and right elbow. Now we kind of come up to this tall kneeling position. We'll do our spine cars from here. From there, in terms of gripping, I like to just sort of grab the elbows. For this one here, I'll grab behind the triceps. From there, nice and slowly, we'll do 3 in each direction. Tuck your chin in, round through the spine, just rounding until you feel like you run out of flexion before the hips are going to move. Twist to the left, side bend, extend. Here's the extension. This is obviously the hardest part. Come over to the other side, round forward. One more to the left. We'll do 2 in each direction, actually. Find that max extension. If it's difficult, come back to the other side. Find this middle position and reverse. Twist to the right. Side bend. Find that side bend, which is challenging as well. Extend, extend, extend. Other side. Round forward. Keep those hips nice and stable. One more to the right. Twist. Side bend. Extend. And round forward. All right, very good. I got my notes up here, and let's move into a bit of flexion work. So for flexion, we're going to grab the stick, and I'll set this up as well. We're going to use our anchor point in a moment. So grab the stick, whether you're using a broom or whatever you got at home is fine. This is just a broom handle. It just looks nice. It's just a broom handle. And let's grab the stick. So plant your feet down on the ground. Grab onto the stick with the palms facing up here. You can actually bring it probably underneath the elbows is probably the best grip I find. And then from there, you're going to bring it underneath the knees. So from there to find roundness through the spine, I'm just going to lean back. So you're going to either be here with the palms up, gripping like this, or the fingers together. Whatever's more comfortable for you is fine. From there, I'm going to find that rounded spine. So we're going to hang out here. Nice, slow breath. I'm probably going to go fists. Yeah, I'll try it with fists up today. I usually interlace my fingers, but it's good to play with different options. Just set my timer up. We'll hang out here. Again, a couple minutes in this flex, this rounded position. So my chin's a little bit tucked. And I've got that rounded spine. Nice slow breath. All right, so while we're hanging out here breathing, I'll go over the cues. We're going to do isometrics for extension now. So the sticks can be blocking us, holding us in place here. But the first action here, I'm going to try and extend my spine. So in this rounded position, I'm thinking about reaching my belly button forward and up. The belly button, trying to make my way up through the spine. I'm trying to extend through the whole spine here, not just the lumbar. I'm trying to extend through the whole spine. I'm blocked in that position. The second action, of course, is rounding further, rounding, trying to get away from the stick, but we're still sort of semi-blocked in that position. So we're going to do our first round. We'll do these ones, same thing. We'll do 70%, 30 seconds. We'll do for this setup here, so we don't have to muck around with the stick. We'll do 2 sets of these back to back before we move on. All right, so hold yourself in that rounded position. We'll hang out here for 2 more breaths. All right, take a breath in. Create a good amount of internal tension and start trying to extend the spine. So think about moving chest, belly, forward and up. But let's keep the chin tucked in there. Just trying to extend forward and up through the spine. Let's build that intensity up. Find what feels like 40 to 60. Find 70 and hold 30 seconds. Think about the chest moving forward. Gonna come out of this rounded position. 10 more seconds and we'll switch, we'll reverse directions. 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Find that 70%. Again, if that's too much for you, back off your intensity, but round through the spine now. Find more rounding. Little tuck of the pelvis, little tuck of that chin. Again, just work within your safe zone. Three, 2, 1, and relax, but hold in this new open up rounded position. Hold in this position. We'll hold for about 20 seconds, keep the chin tucked in. We'll do one more set, exactly the same. Again, if this is your first take of the class, if the 70% to you is too much intensity, just back it off. Whether you're at 20%, it's totally fine. Take your time to build that intensity up. All right, let's hit it. Let's take a breath in. Embrace, create tension, and lightly first start trying to extend the spine forward and up. I'm going to take my hands into fists for this round. From 20, find 40, 60, again 70 or lower, and hold. Let's keep working, and don't ever feel you have to match my intensity if your body is not there yet. Ten more seconds, reverse directions. Three, 2, 1, reverse, and round, further, round, tuck, chin, tuck, pelvis. Let's go, almost there. Last round of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, but hold this position. A couple more breaths. All right, nice. Release. And just before we move on, just in between, bring the hands behind you. And then nice and gently lift chest, belly, chest forward and up. A little bit of extension. And then round the way back in, tuck the pelvis in. And find gentle rounding through the spine. Make these gentle. Reverse, reach belly button forward and up. Find that extension of the spine. And round. Let's do that one more time. These are just gentle in between. All right. And release. All right. So next one we're going to do, we're going to grab the band. I'm going to take it to your anchor point. I'm just going to use the kettlebell here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so for this one here, we're going to have the legs straight along the ground. I'm going to make this like a continuous tension set for flexion, where we're going to be rolling. The action that we're going to be doing is rolling down towards the ground, nice and slowly, rounding towards the ground. But we're going to do it nice and slowly. We're actually going to be like pulsing our way towards the ground, pulsing. And I want it to take around like 45 seconds for you to get to the ground, okay? We actually do 1 rep only, so 45 seconds to try and get towards the ground. I'm going to use the band here. It's kind of helping us a little bit, but it's kind of helping it, holding us up. But as we start to round towards the ground, it's kind of, we really have to round to try and get away from the band because it's trying to pull us in that direction. All right, so grab onto the band. I like to grab fairly high up on the band. That's going to make it a little bit harder for me. If you grab lower on, a little bit easier. So find a position of holding that band where it's challenging for you, but you can do the work. I think it's probably going to be pretty hard for me to keep an eye on my timer, but I'll do my best. So grab onto that band, and from there, reach forward. So round forward, reach your, you're in like a hamstring stretch here, and then tuck your chin in towards your chest. Find that chin tucked, find that rounded position, then start leaning back, keeping the chin tucked, and start pulsing. A little pulsing back and forth, but slowly descending toward the ground. So nice and slowly, I'm keeping that chin tucked in. I'm just rounding, keeping my roundness here, keeping the chin tucked, a little tuck of the pelvis here as well. I'm slowly coming down towards the ground. Of course, you're using a bit of your core here as well. Trying to slowly keep that pace nice and slow. And you're trying to get each piece of the spine to contact the mat one at a time. Nice and slow. Here's the money here. As the spine starts to contact, keep that pulsing going. Rounding, still rounding. Aiming towards the ground here, just before your head's on the ground. Still a little bit of pulsing. Eventually contact and release. All right. So I'm going to keep my band strapped up here just so I don't have to take it off. But we're going to use the anchor point in a different way. Now we're going to turn ourselves around, nice and smooth. And then we'll do 5 reps of these ones here. My kids are trying to call me. Sorry, not right now, guys. So we're going to grab onto your anchor point, whether you're holding onto a squat rack or anything like this. This little kettlebell will work perfectly fine. So I'll just show you here. We're going to come up to this position here, so like a reverse sort of crunch position. And from there, I'm going to find that roundness through the spine. Keep my legs straight. If you can't do it with your legs straight, you can bend your knees a little bit here. And I'm thinking about rolling slowly towards the ground. I'm trying to slowly roll each piece of the spine down towards the ground, and coming all the way down. All right, we're gonna do for 5 reps. So, come back up with the legs straight or bent. Don't mind where you start with, but I'd rather you try and start with legs straight. And slowly keep that roundness through the spine. Try to slowly roll towards the ground. Feet contact, you can just bend your knees and come back up. We're not doing like a core strengthening thing here really. even though it is a bit like that, but I'm really trying to focus on the rounding of the spine, slowly rounding toward the ground. Come back up and maintain that roundness. Again, if you need to use the knees bent, it's going to make it way easier, and it's still a really great option here as well. That's 3, we'll do 2 more. Pretty much as the tailbone comes in contact with the ground, you can bring the legs back in. Let's do 1 more time. Again, trying to round slowly towards the ground. And release. All right. No worries. So what we'll do, we'll grab exactly the same. We'll do those 2 exercises back to back. And then we'll hit the spine cards again. And then we'll finish with something a little different for some control, some trigger point training for extension. So again, we'll find this one again. We're going to try and do 45 seconds where we're pulsing towards the mat. All right. Let's grab on. I'm going to choke up fairly close up towards my anchor point. I'm going to lean forward, find a little bit of stretch here, tuck my chin in, and then start pulsing my way back. I'm trying to maintain nice round through the spine the whole time. And slowly descending towards the ground. I'm actually gripping the kettlebell between my legs this time, because it started to shift around a little bit last time. And that actually helps to create a little bit more internal tension as well. Maintain roundness. Still rounding towards the ground. Let's keep going. This is our last round of these. Keep going. Still rounding towards the ground. We contact and release. Yeah. All right. So 1 more round of those reverse crunches. We'll do 5 reps again. Again, if it's too much for you with the legs straight, in terms of you just don't kind of have that sort of core strength, just do it with knees bent. But I like to always start with the challenging version. If you can't do it, then take the modified version. Let's go. Legs up, find that roundness, and try to roll each piece of the spine down toward the ground. Nice and slow. Hips contact, knees come in, and reset. So you're really trying to control this primarily through your spine. Of course, your core is working a little bit here, but this is a spine exercise. Two more times. Last round of these. Rounding, 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 rounding. One more time. Oh, and release. Okay. We got one more bit of hard work, and then we'll finish with something a little different, which you actually need a pen for. So I didn't mention, for this last exercise, we'll also need a pen, a texta, a rubber, something like that where you can bring it underneath. We'll grab that in a moment. So last bit of hard work, we're going to finish with the spine cars again. I'm going to give you a different option here. So I'll give you two options. So first option is going to be on the band, just like how we did it earlier, where we're on the band here, underneath, grabbing on, and we're up in this extended position. So that is your first option. Of course, you can do it without any band or resistance at all. Second option is holding onto a kettlebell. Now, make sure you are working within your range. If you are not ready to weight this, if this is your first take of the class, do it with the band or do it without anything. Do your regular spine cars. Don't jump straight to this one. I'm just giving you another option if you build up to this, that is. All right. So I'm going to take the kettlebell option. I'm going to hold it like this. Yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to hold up against my chest here, and I'm going to do 2 reps in each direction. Again, if you got the band, you're working with the band or without any resistance at all. 2 reps in each direction. Take a breath in, brace, and let's go round the spine forward without moving the hips. Twist to the left, side bend, extend. Come over to that side, round forward. One more, same direction. Twist, side bend, extend. Other side, round forward, and back the other direction. And release. So final thing we're going to finish with today, I might just, that should be all right. We're going to go with a texta or a pen or a pencil, something like that, where when you lie down your belly, you can feel it contacting underneath you. So like a rubber would work, a lighter, anything like that will work pretty well. And we're going to start with the first point, which is going to be right around the sternum. Just come to lie down, and we'll just do 45 seconds in each position. So what we're going to do is come to lie down so you can feel that object contacting underneath your sort of chest, sternum area there. And all we're going to be doing is extending away up off the object and then coming back down. So we're extending away as much as you can, then coming back down. As soon as you feel the object contact you again, extend away from it and back down, extend away from it and back down. We'll do 45 seconds in 3 different positions. All right, so we're down here on the chest, feeling that object. Take a breath in, create a bit of tension here, and let's go extend up and away from that object. Get as much extension as you can. I'm not really using my arms here at all. I can't extend anymore, just relax. Come back down, I feel the object, I extend up and away, and back down, just keep that going. Again, as soon as you feel the object, extend up as much as you can. When you can't extend anymore, a little squeeze at the end, and back down. Feel that object, and keep it going. We're going to have 15 more seconds in this position. I did say that last one was the last hard exercise. This is exactly the easiest one, but it'll help you develop a bit of control in that T-spine. Let's go 2 more reps here. One more time. All right. And relax, and just move that object just like an inch or 2, probably 2 inches up, a little bit higher up on the chest now. You can do exactly the same thing. So come back down. You can feel that object in contact with your body there. And let's go extend up and away. So you can't get as much extension now because it's higher up. And back down. Feel that object extend forward and up. And back down, keep that going. This is our last bit of hard work for today, I promise. Really finding getting much extension through that upper spine here as well, not just that bit that's just above the object. Keep it going. Again, let's do 2 more reps. One more time. And we'll do one more position. Take that object again, another 2 inches up. This one's going to be quite challenging because we're really high up on the spine now. And find that contact point again. This one's, you're not going to get much movement here at all, and that's the point. All right, so from that object, from that point that's contacting the object, let's go extend forward and up. And back down. Feel that object contact and keep it going. This one is a good one to do as well outside of this class. Just practice this. You can do it through all different points of the spine. Usually when I practice this one outside, I'll do 6 different points of the spine and for like 60 seconds in each position. This is a great one to work on. And will really help you with your spinal segmentation, which is part of your morning routine. Two more reps, let's go. One more time. All right, and release. All right, let's finish with full spinal segmentation. So I'm not going to adjust the camera for this one because it's almost done, but find a position where you're actually up against something, whether it's a couch or a wall or something like that, where you can bring your feet up against an object here, so you're not going to be able to move the hips around much. From there, try and keep those hips stacked on top of the knees, and we'll do spinal segmentation 2 in each direction. Let's do it a little bit differently today though. We usually start in extension. Let's start in flexion, and then rather than starting with the hips, let's start with the neck. So we're in fully extended position here, and start reaching the chin forward and up. And try to slowly extend through the spine, moving through the upper back, through the mid back, down through the low back, get all the way down to the low back, lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Get to that fully extended position and start with the chin. Again, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Find roundness through the upper back. Still in upper back in, make your way through to the mid back. Nice and slow. Even if you're going slower than me, that's even better. Find that rounded spine, and we'll go one more each direction, starting with the chin. Reach that chin and neck forward and up. Try to slowly make your way through the upper back here. Try not to let it quickly skip to the mid back. All right, and release. That's our class for today. Sorry I didn't mention about the pen. Sorry if you had to muck around with that a little bit. At least you know for next class. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the class. If the spine is feeling good, let me know how this one went. With those setups, with that extension setup, the flexion setup, if you're able to find those contractions, what we're looking for. Yeah, if you can't, let me know. We'll try and troubleshoot it for you. Hope you enjoyed the class. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.